There is something I have been carrying inside me for a long time, and today I cannot stay silent anymore. The truth is, I know there were moments when leaving would have been easier for you. I know there were days when walking away would have protected your heart. Yet somehow, through all of it, you stayed. I did not always make it easy for you to believe in me. There were times when my confusion became your burden, times when my silence felt like rejection, times when I disappeared into my own fears while you were left trying to understand what was happening inside me. And still, you stayed. Not because you were weak, not because you were afraid to leave, but because your heart saw something worth believing in, even when I could not see it myself. You saw possibilities where I only saw problems. You saw light where I only saw darkness. There were moments when I convinced myself that you would eventually give up on me. I thought everyone leaves when things become complicated. I thought everyone walks away when patience starts to hurt. But then I looked at you, and you kept proving me wrong. You remained kind even when you were disappointed. You remained loving even when you felt unseen. You remained patient even when you deserved answers that I was not ready to give. I do not think I ever truly understood how rare that is. The world is full of people who stay when things are easy, but very few stay when things become uncertain. Very few continue believing when there are no guarantees. Very few keep choosing love when they have every reason to protect themselves instead. That is what makes you different. You never demanded perfection from me. You never asked me to become someone else. You only wanted honesty. You only wanted truth. You only wanted the version of me that was hidden beneath all the fear and confusion. And now I realize something that I should have understood much sooner. The reason your presence affected me so deeply was not because you were trying to change me. It was because you accepted me. You saw my flaws, you saw my mistakes, you saw my fears, and somehow you still looked at me with compassion. That kind of love changes a person, not through pressure, not through control, not through demands, but through understanding, through patience, through grace. I know there were nights when you questioned everything, nights when you wondered whether your loyalty was being wasted, nights when your heart felt exhausted from carrying hope. I know those moments existed, even if you rarely spoke about them. And that realization breaks my heart. Because while I was fighting battles inside myself, you were fighting battles too. The difference is that you carried yours quietly. You carried them with strength. You carried them without asking for recognition. I see that now. I see the sacrifices you made. I see the tears you never showed me. I see the strength it took to keep your heart open when closing it would have been easier. And if I have learned anything from this journey, it is this. Real love is not measured by perfect moments. It is measured by who remains when life becomes difficult. It is measured by who continues choosing connection when fear is trying to create distance. You did that. You chose to stay. You chose patience. You chose understanding. And one day, whether I say it perfectly or not, I hope you fully understand how much that has meant to me, because your loyalty was never invisible. Your love was never unnoticed. The truth is, it became one of the greatest lessons of my life. And if there is one thing I know with absolute certainty today, it is that a heart like yours is not something a person forgets. A soul like yours leaves a mark that remains forever. Thank you for staying when leaving was easier, because now more than ever, I finally understand what that choice truly meant.